Live Trade Warriors. Markets live. Charts up. Lock in. Live Trade Warriors. Lights on, charts lit, hands on the keys, yeah, we don't miss. Risk on lock, every move calculated, crypto live, volatility activated. Live Trade Warriors, trades tight, no fear, red or green, yeah, we stay right here. From the rain to the charts, we educate. This ain't luck, discipline decide the fate. J Chain steps in the market like a fighter. Fan bike sweat still sharp when it's choppy. Found a mindset, aging with discipline. Execution first, hype is irrelevant. Build double 3 BC on chain media. Markets violent, move with composure. Supply shock thesis, Bitcoin ignition. Macro meets conviction, long-term vision. Jabs in the range, dodging fake breakouts, wrist tight. Patience, wait for the setup. Institution lurking, structure turning bullish. I don't chase moves, I let the data pull it. Live Trade Warriors, lights on, charts lit, hands on the keys, yeah, we don't miss. Risk on lock, every move calculated, crypto live, volatility activated. Modern Canadian, charts after dark, blue collar roots, but I trade with intent. Small time frames, hunt with precision. Probabilities first, never trade emotion. Patterns repeat, if you learn how to see. Head and shoulders break down reality. Risk on lock, every entry defined. I don't chase candles, I wait for my time. Scalping the noise, stay calm in the storm. Discipline built while the pressure is on. From the garage grind to the market pace. Education, execution, that's how we scale. Slow it down, read the tape, levels talk, for price breaks, risk defined, size correct, interest clean, no regrets, we don't guess, we react, process first, profit stack. Wednesday night, this is where we trade, charts, markets, lessons getting made. From discipline to execution shown, this is crypto. Welcome home. Live Trade Warriors, lock in, stay tight. Live trades, real talk, every fight. No hype, no illusions to sell. Just probabilities. Live Trade Warriors, lock in, stay tight. Live trades, real talk, every fight. No hype, no illusions to sell. Just probabilities.
Yo, love that song.
Dude,
Welcome.
it gets me bopping every time.
I know, dude. The AI music has been so good. It's funny. I was on my way home from work today, and I was like, I can't remember the last time I was on Spotify because like that used to be my like daily music thing, and I've been listening to so much of my the AI music that I haven't really gone back to real music in a while. So today was the first day I listened to real music.
That's
made by humans.
Yeah, not fake. It's all right though. Like, man, I like doing that stuff at the gym too. You can like, make some motivational music that you really like working out to. It's funny when you go back and listen to the radio or your Apple. For me, it's Apple Music. I go to the playlist on Apple Music. I'm into the AI music, man. I'm into that custom stuff.
I equate it to when you get an album and you like, there'll be like one or two songs in that album that just are bangers. Like those are on repeat all the time. With AI music, because you can make it and put it any style you want, it's like you're making those bangers all the time and you get to listen to exactly what you like all the time, which is, I don't know, maybe a huge dopamine spike, but I love it. I love exploring with the different genres too, because like I was doing like some EDM stuff, did some rap. That one was like a 90s inspired rap, and because I tried like normal rap, like modern rap, it sounded like garbage. As soon as I changed the style to 90s rap, so much better.
I mean, look, that was the golden age of music. I know everybody seems to think that their generation of music was prime, dude, but I'm telling you, back in the day, the stuff that we grew up on was probably the best music of all time. Had to.
I think it was talent. I think people actually had natural talent, where now there's so much like I guess after like there's a T-Pain with auto-tune, it just changed the whole game.
He was the first one, right? He like made it popular.
I feel like there's somebody else that started it, but he made it like
Getting crunk.
trendy. Like somebody used it, but he made it trendy. I was watching something that was explaining it, but yeah, he was the big one for sure. And then it became just mumbling, and people weren't even speaking English anymore. So
What's it? Wow.
I can't stand. I can't. At least speak English. Like
Come on now.
at
Come
bare
on.
minimum, bare minimum, speak English.
Speaking of, you guys should be smashing the like button on your way in. GM, good evening, good night, whatever, wherever you are. Hope
Wow.
you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. It's Wednesday night. It's time for some live Trade Warriors, baby.
Yeah, see, I used to do the midweek market update, so this is perfect because it's the middle of the week. We got a couple days left. We want to push and then end finish strong of the week, because like you say, 1% better every day. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. And I want everybody to make sure here that you understand trading is not just about patterns and this and that. It's about what's going on up here because you're fighting yourself in these trades.
I like that.
Because you can, and I'm guilty of it too, very guilty of it, where it's like I'll wait for a trade all day, I'll get in the trade, and then the anxiety hits. Oh, it's not going my way. Oh, it's going my way. Oh, no, it's going my way. Maybe I should get out. Maybe I should just take profits now. Like this is the internal struggle that you will consistently deal with. So you have to have I feel like to be a really consistent trader, you have to get your system down
Mhm.
and have that blind faith that it's going to work out, and then just trade the pattern, trade the idea, and go till completion, or at least until you're in a certain amount of profits that you're cool with doing. So like what I've been doing now is I've been actually moving my trade. When my trades start to kind of take off a bit, I just move the break even, and no more. And I walk away from the trade, because if I'm sitting there watching the chart, I will make an emotional decision. I've been a pretty good trader lately, knock on wood. I'm not a professional by any means, but so far I've been pretty profitable. My VDEX account I've brought up, I think we've got it up 50% in the last 3 weeks.
Nice.
But again, it's like today I did some cowboy shit. Today I put my cowboy hat on and I full ported my portfolio. When I so what I would do, I'd be on the 1 minute chart and I would go full port the portfolio. Mind you, I keep a stop loss. So but I'm gonna lose not 1% of my portfolio, a lot. But in and out in about 5 to 10 seconds, because I'm in a big candle that moved, and like 30-40 bucks, boom, on the margin was like $10. So big moves, but it can go against you really well. I'm trying to win a trading competition on VDEX, so I'm just trying to get volume here.
Get that volume up. All right. Are you using higher leverage when you do that, or we keeping it?
So what I've been doing actually is I've been using cross with a stop loss still. So I've been using cross with a stop loss, so I'm not losing my portfolio.
Can't lose the whole thing.
What happens? I can go max leverage in cross with a stop loss and not have a liquidation price.
What's the max leverage
on VDEX for Bitcoin? It's 50x.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Let me go 50x. I'm going to keep the same stop loss, so I'm still in control of what I'm losing, but now I don't have a liquidation price. So I can go, because the problem is usually when I go isolated, I would have to fiddle around with the leverage and have the leverage in a certain point where my liquidation price is low enough that it stays lower than my stop loss, or else you just get liquidated, right? And I don't want to lose all the margin.
Right.
So it's just easier for getting my positions. And you know what? I was thinking about it today on the way home from work. I'm like, shit, you know what? Like Carl the Moon, Crypto, those big traders that they'll catch the bear market lows and then so
ride it for months.
Now I know how. So when I do cross like that, for example, like today I did a cross leverage full port of my portfolio. My liquidation price was like $1,000. Like Bitcoin would have to go to $1,000 to get liquidated because I have a certain amount of money in my account. So these guys got like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in their account. So if they're going in the bear market, say for example, they don't even time the bottom. They say they bought at 30,000, but they did a cross long there. Their liquidation price would have been like some number that Bitcoin would never go to again. Yeah. So they can just sit on that for years. They can sit on that for
But
2
what
or
about
3
funding
years.
fees? Like don't you just get smashed in funding fees?
You do get smashed in funding fees, but the thing is, when you calculate, like if you're getting a bear market low and you're riding that till you buy Bitcoin at 35,000 and it goes up to 126,000, I would assume with that leverage, you're going to make more than you're going to lose. when it comes to, especially if you're paying funding fees. Not so much in, like, those guys are in Dubai, but if you're in another country, funding fees is taxable. You can write that off.
Oh, really?
So imagine holding that trade for a couple years and you're paying funding fees. I don't know if you have to wait for the trade to close to realize that loss, but I don't know. Maybe you can write it off as a loss for the next couple years, and then when you take profit, then you're good, right?
Well, anything that's realized, you could probably, because that stuff gets realized as it comes out.
Exactly, it is, because you have to pay it regardless.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
actually, no, you're right.
It's not like a tab that you run. They pull that shit.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. It does actually pull from the account. So yeah, that's a realized loss. So therefore, you can write it off on your taxes. There you go. A little bit of alpha for you guys. All right, let's pull up the chart. I'm gonna see what we got going on here. So I got a trade cooking right now. So if you guys are with me on BTC, where is my? Here we go. Oop. Here we are. So I got a 15-minute trade, ascending triangle on the 15-minute, and we're trying to pop off that 200-day moving average. So if this is a trade you guys want to follow, I got a trade already cooking on my other account, but on this VDEX account, I'm going to probably take this trade very soon. If we close a candle above,
are you waiting for any confirmation?
I'm waiting for a candle to close above this 15-minute 200-day moving average. And then what I'm going to do is we'll look at like the small time frames, like the 1 minute, 5 minute. See, this is what I was waiting for, because when I saw this trade, the stochastic was up here. So we've come and reset. So this is good. The 1 minute looks like we have room to move up. The 5 minute, again, resetted finally. So I wanted to wait for the 5 minute to start curling up. So I think we're primed for an explosive move. The 10-minute looks like, the stochastic's at the top here. So we got to watch that 10-minute. So even if price just moves sideways, it'll reset the stochastics. But the RSI neutral, the RSI in the 5 minute, or just above the neutral line, like, we got room to move. I like it. And this is actually on the 15-minute, this is a inverted head and shoulders here. That's, this basically, this top line is the neckline. So once we break through this neckline, I have a targeted move for Bitcoin up to 93.8 for this move. So I'm probably going to wait for that 15-minute to break. But we'll watch the small time frames to see, you can catch the move as it goes on the small time frames. So I'll keep it on 1 minute, but like that's kind of where we're going. Like that's my next idea. And that might happen on this stream. We're going to probably take a live trade on the stream.
All right, I got my account loaded up, ready to go on my phone. If that's something we all get in, let's do it together. Look at Bitcoin on the monthly chart. Have you seen this? Like, was this the same head and shoulders that we've been talking about?
Let's take a look.
Potential like forming.
Could be. On the monthly, you said, right? Yeah. So the idea is the same. I still believe that we're in a head and shoulders, and we could make a shoulder, right? And this is where that key level is, because a big key level for me was the 107 mark. Like right around here, we were at 107, 108, and that's kind of where I feel like that shoulder can come to. It doesn't even have to go up there. Like, you can have a weird shoulder that kind of like does this. It can be
like a broken shoulder. It's like a little drop shoulder.
It can be sideways, like, for the most part, right? Now that's going to take, if this shoulder is going to be this long, that's months. That's what, April, May,
right?
So we could have a rally left in Bitcoin and in the crypto market. But I don't know
February, and I feel like a lot of people, even months ago, were really excited about February for some reason.
Yeah, well, you're getting close to Q2, right? Like, I think you have February and March, and then April 1st, I believe it's April 1st for Q2 starts. So April, if you're, I don't see us going. I don't believe that we're going to go too far into 2026. Because you need time for markets to reset, go down, and because even the business cycle is going to have to do that. Even traditional stocks and the S&P 500 is going to have to go down at some point. But yeah, that's my idea. It's that head and shoulders. I could be wrong. Like, this could just be, an uptrend, and we're just touching the trend, right? Back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21. We're here now at the 21-day moving average on the monthly. And the bullish scenario is, if you look here, from here to here, you got price moving up, right?
Mhm.
But if you look at the same time, the RSI is moving down. So this is what's called a hidden bullish divergence.
Ooh.
So this could be the start of a rally. If you believe in Raoul Paul, for example, believes this is a 5-year cycle, not a 4-year cycle, because of the COVID and the delay of refinancing the debts for the US and the debts, because Bitcoin really follows the debt cycle more so than just the business cycle. It's a debt refinancing cycle. That's why it's usually around election years, the cycle, or the halvings around the election years, because usually the governments print more money when they're going out and what's the word, campaigning, when they're campaigning and they're spending a lot of money doing that kind of stuff, right? So if the bullish divergence or the hidden divergence plays out, then you're a bull. So that's your bull case, and the bear case is that head and shoulders. So that's what I'm watching. That's it. But like, it's gonna be a while. Like, don't expect this to happen right away, right? That's why you got to take it day by day, and we're looking at that daily, right? Like that daily. The big thing for me on the daily is this a bear flag or a double bottom pattern? We were talking about the Adam and Eve double bottom. Then we went up to 94 or 96. Didn't we go up to like 96 and we lost it? Yeah, we went up to 97.
97.
Almost 98, right? And then we came back down. So are we in this channel and just bouncing in this channel still? Is this a bear flag? I think I talked about this on the breakfast show this morning, that this will bring you down to like 64,000. So we got to keep our eye out for that. We're not out of the woods. Like, the market is still shaky. The market is still not like, this isn't euphoria time. It's not time to go crazy. It's time to be cautiously optimistic. And if you want to trade, like, there's moves to be made on any time frame, right? You just got to find your opportunity, up or down. It really doesn't matter. Up or down, will be okay.
There's always a trade, man. There's always a trade. Some of the things that I was looking at today, before we kind of logged in for the show and stuff, was the total and the total 3. Just kind of taking a look at, just again, like, just reassuring yourself like where we're at in the market, and knowing, look, when in doubt, zoom out. Like, even if we are in a bear market or getting ready to break out or whatever it may be, like, when you look at some of these charts and you look at, I was looking at them on the daily, right? And we've got like, here, let me
bring up your chart. Bring it up.
All right. So it's like we kind of got like a couple patterns in one here, like on this multi-year stuff. Let's see. I might have to zoom this out. Let's go on the weekly just. Right. So, look, if we look, this goes all the way back. We're on a serious uptrend. This bottom lane probably could change a little bit, whatever, but even from right here on a mega uptrend, then this is the total market. So this is crypto in general, right? And a lot more liquidity is going to come in, and we know that the game has changed over the last several years, and I think that's why we should maybe just focus on this right here, because this is probably when the game really started to change. Was somewhere in here, and you can see this was a nice period of consolidation. And then it was just all systems go, and we've had a lot of nice runs and a lot of fall downs. But I think the key takeaway is, look, like, over the last couple of years, we've had a rip, a dip, a rip, a dip, a rip, and a dip. And obviously, history does not repeat, but it rhymes like a motherfucker, and like especially in this pattern. And so I would say, like, everybody should be using their time wisely. It's always good, like I was saying this morning. It's always good to be on the bottom side of a trend, right? Because then that just means that there's opportunity for you.
This I didn't get to say this on the breakfast show this morning, but this is the time where you need to start, dollar cost averaging. If you don't have the dry powder to dollar cost average, invest in yourself, take a course, do something to level up your skills, whether it's listen to a podcast, whether it's watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Invest in yourself to make more money, or start to live under your means, well under your means. I'm talking about like really under your means, to be able to put that money aside, because the money is really made in crypto by being here for a long period of time, and buying these in the bear markets when nobody wants to touch crypto, when socially like everyone's laughing because crypto dumped, haha, you know what I mean? Say, how about your crypto? You know what I mean? Like when it's not like ideal to invest, because the herd will tell you that that's when you want to be buying aggressively. Like I'll tell you, like my situation, like I bought it again, and I didn't do it the right way. Like I learned so many lessons by doing it, but you just got to do it. Like you just get started, because I
Right.
learned so many lessons by just doing it. Right. I took on debt. I borrowed against my house to buy miners. I bought some of the miners. Some of the extra I bought just Bitcoin. Right. And then I would just every month, me and my wife lived, I'm telling you, from 2022 to 2024, paycheck to paycheck. Like all our money went towards investing, and like my bank account did not move. It was like money in, money out every month. I was like, if something happened like emergency wise, like I would have to probably dial back some of that debt just so I can pay pay extra bills. Like thank goodness I had a pretty newer house, newer appliances. I don't have to anything crazy.
Yeah.
But like I'm not saying that's an extreme case, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying here is you got to like really buckle down in the bear markets when it's not um ideal to be in crypto, or at least to normies, right? Because that's when you make the biggest gain. Like 16,000 to 126,000 for Bitcoin, that's a 700 and I believe it was 760% gain. You don't get that anywhere else, even in Bitcoin, which is crazy. So that alone, if you put $100,000 in a Bitcoin, you're 700, you have made 700,000, right? You're almost a millionaire. You do it one more time and you make half of that and you're a millionaire,
Sure.
right? But like I know it's flashy to make a lot of money, really quick, because meme coins and all these other things can get you there. But like I don't know, that's not a sustainable way to make real wealth. And I've seen so many people get burned in crypto by doing that and then just coping on the timeline and
Yeah.
complaining. And
Well,
it's like, I really want people to do well. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I
Like
think
just
most
do it.
the thing about that in most cases, right? And yeah, you do see the people who turn nothing into a large sum of money. However, the problem is like what's not talked about enough is that that's like most of the time that's insider people, and if you're not insider and it happens to you, you're pretty fucking lucky. And
Yeah.
for the most part, everybody else gets wrecked and it gets turned into exit liquidity. So the whole idea of look, I've been through a couple cycles. I've been rinsed, washed, repeated, a few times. Round tripped it. Did all the things, got smoked up on leverage. It's about really taking your time, being patient, and looking for the opportunity that is there versus trying to hit that home run, man. Doubles and singles, doubles and triples win games, man. That's
These lessons, like fucking up, like it sucks, but like I don't think people realize how valuable those lessons are. You are literally getting better and improving at the
yeah,
fastest rate you'll ever improve in your life, because you're doing it. 99% of people don't take action. It's the people that take action, even though they're not even the best at doing what they're doing. It's the people that actually take action that succeed in this world, right? You have to do it. And I chose Bitcoin because I didn't understand. Not that I'm saying one coin's better than the other. It's just that there's so much intricacies and there's so much noise out there with news. But I do know Bitcoin, the monetary policy. I know there's no one controlling it. There's no CEO, there's no face to it. So like that's why I chose Bitcoin. But I still bought altcoins. I had an altcoin portfolio. I bought like $50,000 worth with altcoins, and unfortunately, I had to sell a good chunk of them at break even, because they went back down, and I didn't want to lose any money. And now I'm like, I don't know if I want to put money back into altcoins right now, because I'm not sure where we are in this cycle, how much more there's left. Like, you know what I mean? So like
yeah.
for me, the risk versus reward is not high enough. again, that's me. I'm a very risk adverse. Like I'm a boomer when it comes to investing. Like I am like the boomer when it comes to investing. I know my co-host on the Mikkel on the podcast. She's like, yeah, like she's a total opposite. She's polar opposite. She'll go YOLO like $4,000 in a neat trade and just lose $10,000. Like it's me. I can't do that. Like I can't. I literally I'm sweating here for like a $5 win when I'm up in the profit. I'm like, I'll take this profit. Let's go because I will scrimp and I will scrape and I will get it. And I was gonna put more money to my trading portfolio, but I'm like, fuck it. I want to show people that like I made what? I put the account $342 and it's up at I'm gonna exclude the trading credits they gave me. I'm at 496. So like it's like if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not fucking more special than anybody else, guys. Like it's just a matter of just doing it, right? And
it's about having a plan, having a strategy, and sticking to it, and not letting emotion get in your way or let your ego get in the way, right? You win a couple small trades in a row, and then all of a sudden you dial everything up, and then you start losing it. You lose it all because it's like you win against your strategy. You win against like the plan that you'd been doing, and that was successful. Like pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, and that expression is for a reason.
You're absolutely right. And it's funny, like you definitely don't have an ego when you come into trading because you will get fucking humbled. I have been like last week, I had the worst week trading. I must have lost like 10 or 11 trades in a row. Mind you, I had risk management, so it's not like I lost a whole lot of money. I think I lost $50. But like, $50 on a $342 portfolio is quite a bit, right? Like percentage wise. So I was like, fuck. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm not a good trader. I'm like, you start to go through these these peaks and valleys. When you're winning, you feel like you're on top of things. And when you're doing, it's like no matter what I do, I can't win a trade. And you start getting to this thing. So I took a break. I went away for 2-3 days, took the weekend off. Today I made back all the money I lost and then some. So you just don't get what I've learned. That lesson is don't give up. Even though like you lose a bunch of trades, just keep going. Because as long as you have a system in place, you use proper risk management, you will be successful, especially if you learn patterns like this one that we're in on the 15-minute.
Pull your screen up.
All right, let me bring it up 1 second.
I'm going to hear. I'll stop sharing mine.
No, I can just cycle through them. You don't have to. So this 15-minute, this is an ascending triangle. I actually, on my X, I have a beginner trading series that I'm doing. And the last video was descending and descending triangle. And these are good patterns when you're talking about continuation patterns for bull markets and trends. So this is what we're looking at right now. It's just touching that line, man, that 200-day moving average on the 15-minute. Honestly, I think I'm going to take the trade.
All right.
I think we're so close. So what I'm going to do is I have the trade already put up here. So the stop loss is going to be right down here. The entry would be here. 3.59 risk versus reward ratio, stop loss at 1.09%. So how you would set it up, I'm going to do a trade I'm going to risk. This is my streaming account. So this is all trading cards. So I'm going to go a little crazy here. But if you want to risk 1% of your portfolio, you would do it let me reshare my screen because it's not showing me the window entire screen. There we go. Okay, so what you would do if you want to trade and only risk 1% of your portfolio, this portfolio is 1145 times 0.0109. So $12.48 divided by, sorry, I did that wrong. It's 1145 times 0.01 gives me 1145. That's 1% of my portfolio. And the stop loss was 1.09%. So divided by 0.0109, my position size for this trade should be $1,050. So you go 1,050, take profit. I had at 93,847. So 93,847. And my stop loss is at 89,288. So 89,288. So we're risking $11 for $42. Take the trade. And we're in.
All right.
So that's it. So that can be a $40 trade, risking $11 for $40. because again, trading is all about probabilities. There's no one sure way to win.
Does it tell you the probability of the trade anywhere?
I believe there's a probability of like the trading pattern. So we're trading an ascending triangle. So let me see the percentage of it. I believe, about success rates from like 63%. I don't believe in 80%, but anywhere from 65 to 68% would be the ascending triangle. You see them a lot. I notice in Bitcoin, again, when you start trading a certain chart over and over, you'll notice certain patterns that repeat. So that's why if you're going to trade something, just find one thing to trade at the beginning, and then trade others. That's why, again, if you're trading Bitcoin, you can trade Bitcoin, and then if you believe you're going to move in a certain direction, you can even maybe get in some altcoins and go with the same direction. But we'll see if this trade, it's getting really tight. When this move has to happen soon because we're so tight in this pattern, whether it's up or down. We'll look at the small time frames to see where we're at. Like the 1 minute stochastics is low at the bottom, going to curve up. I'm looking at the 5 minutes. 5 minute looks like it can come down a wee bit. So we'll see if what plays out first. But I like the 1 minute here. And as long as we're above that 200-day moving average on the 1 minute, I'm still a bull. And we'll see. But the 15 minute, that's what we're watching right now. We'll see if this plays out. So while we're waiting for this trade to play out, let's see if we can find some other charts, some other coins, and take a look at that. So chat, what do you guys want to see?
Yeah. Let's take a look at
Bits of wealth. What's going on, bro? I actually watch your stuff a lot, especially your Solana calls.
What's up, my brother? Hope all is well, my G.
All right, let's take a look.
You want to look at Solana?
Let's do it.
This thing started dropping like a rock, the moment we put trades in. Pretty funny.
Yeah, well, remember last week? I don't remember who was in chat that was talking about a freaking Solana long, and I was like, I don't know, man. I think 138 is in play, and it went even lower. What did we go down to? 124, I think you said earlier.
Dude, it was crazy.
124.22. Yeah, I'm seeing kind of the same thing in Bitcoin. See that inverted head and shoulder here, but this long weird shoulder. So I don't know. We'll have to see if it actually plays out. 15 minutes. Let's work our way down from the higher time frames. Start with the daily. So the daily looks kind of nice. Daily candle close, the tweezer bottom, and it's starting green now. For today, because the daily close, I believe 8 p.m. Eastern time. So looks good for a little reversal. Do we have a V-shaped recovery? Possibly. Again, stochastic and our side look like they got room to move. MACD's still got some room to go. But we're in this gap right here with the VPVR. So like I told you guys before, it's the VPVR is a little bit kind of like a price magnet. So if we get through this gap, the next stop here is 134. And we're above this point of control. It looks like we came down to this point of control and flipped it as support. So yeah, Solana kind of looks like at least on the daily, we can have some sort of price action up. Let's see where we can go with the smaller time frames. Let me look at the 4 hour. Again, we're below the 4 hour 200-day moving average, touching the 21. So maybe we're just doing something like this, where we make a little bit of a fallen wedge here, and then we
looks like a cup and handle.
Yeah, could be a little cup and handle, definitely, or even an inverted inverted head and shoulder, head, shoulder, like very possible. Again, stochastic and RSI were low, curved up. Again, this is getting overheated, so we might just trend down a little bit to get this to reset. And then, or we can make a double bottom pattern. That's also a possibility. But yeah, I'm looking for Solana to maybe make a little bit of a move up. Let's look at the 1 hour. Again, we still got to get above these 200-day moving averages, though. I'm not like super.
But it's like that was like one of the things. The observation that we noticed is like when they spread out like this, like it usually there's a move it makes to like sweep it up, right?
Yeah. So Bit said send Sol to $20.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm down with that too. Like I
Would
hold
you load up? Would you load up or no?
I kind of would. I would like, well, fuck, you know what I mean? Like I'd probably throw a G or 2 Gs at it. Like, but I feel like it would be almost impossible to not make, if I buy it at $20, I can't say it doesn't go to 80 ever again. You know what I mean? Like, so that's okay return for me. I'll take a 3x, 4x. But I ain't throwing the kitchen sink at it. I'm not throwing a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of, honestly, I really think I'm gonna start leaning more into Bitcoin. I think next cycle, I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with altcoins anymore. Yeah, you have to buy at those levels. Like, it's why the fuck not, right?
100%. Like that's, I mean, and then to like lock in a fucking trade, like a nice long from if Solana hit $20, I would definitely long the shit out of it, and it would. I mean, you'd crush it all the way up.
Yeah,
It'd
actually,
be that generational trade that we talking about,
yeah. Oh yeah, I would. As soon as we like lose the weekly 200-day moving average, and like we start to come back, when we start to come back up, like if like we're coming into another cycle, another bull run, and we get back towards that weekly 200-day moving average, just put your long here, put your stop loss below the weekly 200-day moving average, and see if you can ride it all the way up. That's kind of what happens with Bitcoin, right? Like, you look at Bitcoin in the bear markets, right? You lose that weekly 200-day moving average. If you catch that cross, like the model that I show with the smooth moving average cross in the 200-day moving average, if you were to get that cross and then just put your stop loss below the weekly, you're riding the whole bull market up. Even if you did it here where it went up, came back to the 21-day moving average, and you put your stop loss, this would be a huge stop loss. This would have been the best entry.
Mhm.
Like, you're golden, right? You're riding that all the way up. So that's what I'm going to try and do next cycle. I'm going to try and see if I can catch that move, because I didn't know about that shit until I've only been trading for like a year and a half now. But we're getting there. What else do we see?
Exactly what Bits of Wealth just said right now. This is something we've been talking about. He says, it's funny though. I hear that a comment a lot of lately. Next cycle, I won't mess with alts. And look, we know unequivocally what happens. Yes, is that because everybody's out, because everybody capitulated, because everybody sold, and they were chasing the pumps, and they said, "Well, fuck it. It's only going to be Bitcoin again. Next time, altcoins are going to run fucking heavy because everybody expects them not to."
Well, I'll trade them, but I'm not gonna hold a big fat bag of it. Like, I think I can
Like ETH, would you hold ETH?
No. I had round tripped ETH enough times. I was mining that fucking thing, man. I'm done. Like, I'll hold ETH to pay gas fees. Like, that's basically it. Like,
I like ETH on base. I like base.
I've made enough now where I believe that, like, in the next cycle, like, even if we have like half the rate of return that Bitcoin did, I can still be a millionaire. So like, I don't want to fuck around right now, because I have a number in my mind that I want to get to. And I think I can do it with just Bitcoin, and which is just honestly simpler for me, because I'm a very big advocate of Robert Kiyosaki and the KISS method, which is keep it simple, stupid. Because honestly, I need to, because there's so much fucking noise out there. And how do you pick the right one, right? Like, who knew Solana was going to go up and have the run it did from the bear market lows and all that, right?
From $8.
Yeah, so I'll trade the shit out of anything. Like, honestly, I'll trade them. I'll make money, like some passive income a little bit here and there with trading, maybe even just swing trading. But like, holding a huge bag of it, I'm gonna just be 90% of my portfolio will be in Bitcoin.
100%. I'm with you on 100% of that. I've got a new Tangent wallet thing that I'm working on. And so with that, I've started a new cold storage wallet for myself, and very few alts. I'm going to do a little bit of ETH, a little bit of SWI, and maybe a couple small things here and there, but it's going to be predominantly Bitcoin and stablecoin for sure.
I'm even looking at like some coins that like getting in like nodes, and like having like rewards and staking coming in from like holding a node. So I might do stuff like that. I don't really know what coin I want to do it with. And Ethereum, you need 32 Ethereum to be a validator node for Ethereum. So unless
What's
Ethereum goes really, really low, maybe I can do that. But that's, I think
like
right now,
what's the return if you did that? So 32 Ethereum, it's obviously what, like
I'll bring it up. I
600,000?
believe, what's this? ETH staking, oh, sorry, validator rewards. Validator returns, I guess. Maybe I'm not asking it correctly. Primary blocks ranging from 4 to 7 API. There's a website that has this. Here we go. Ethereum staking ROI calculator. So if you have 32 ETH, the current
It's only
price,
90, it's about $97,000.
estimated rough monthly price change. I'm not even going to put that. Your initial cost up front. What does
Wait,
it
it's
even say?
3,000 ETH?
3,000.
no.
The price is 3,000.
Got you.
So you're making with 32 ETH. No way. Oh, $10 a day. Okay, so you're making like $324 a month.
Oh, see, that ain't shit.
No, it's not. That's the thing. Like, I think it's the average rate of return for staking is like 3 to 4%. But like I can stake stable coins to make 3 to 4% right now, right?
Hey, way more than that. Like, what's the
Depending on where you go. Like less risky, 3 to 4%, pretty conservatively across the board. If you're in DeFi, a little bit more, but then there's a little bit more higher risk. I was actually reading something yesterday that I was saying Bridges is the new FTX waiting to happen. So, so who knows? There's been so many bridge hacks. Like that's why I'm not a huge fan of Bridges.
no thanks.
That's what's kept me off MetaMask, to be honest, because I don't really like MetaMask so much. It's kind of weird. It's gotten a lot better. Don't get me wrong. Like the UI has gotten a heck of a lot better.
Oh, it was trash for so many years.
Right? It was trash in 2021. Like it's only recently gotten a little bit better, but but yeah, so it's still clunky. I don't like it. I don't see the the normie coming in and say, "Hey, I want to use MetaMask." No, it's not good enough yet. It's not easy enough for people to use it, in my opinion. This trade's taking forever. Can we just like rip so I can feel good about myself in this trade? We're down $1.12, so we're down 5.3%. But it's tight. I think we needed that. We need that 5-minute to come down. I think it was the 5-minute. Yeah, see the 5-minute stochastics coming down now.
Okay, so that'll be ready to come around and rip and roar.
Yeah, so the 1 minute's curving up already. It's like catching a wave. Again, it's not perfectly accurate, your stochastic and your RSI, but I feel like when you find something that you like on a bigger time frame and you work your way down, it's like catching the wave when on a surfboard as you're going, in the water, and you catch that wave, and you don't need the whole move in the, in crypto pumps or dumps. You don't need the whole move. You just need a piece of it, right?
Not the size of the wave, man. It's the motion of the ocean.
Absolutely, brother.
Two things you can say, something you can say during sex and trading.
Are you making that SWE trade? Are you trading SWE, dude?
Is there a sweet trade to make?
I don't know. Chuck a coin is asking, are you making a SWE trade? Let's take a look at SWE. I don't know if maybe you had a SWE thing going on. I don't know if I've ever even looked at SWE this whole bull market. It's just
I was in a sweet trade the other day, and it was going pretty good. But
let's look at it on Binance. Okay, SWE. Let's go to the bigger time frames. Let's go to the daily. Again, everything's really going to move in the direction of Bitcoin. It kind of looks the same. Like Bitcoin looks the same. You got that tweezer bottom on the daily, right? And then we've opened up green so far. We go to the 4-hour. Okay, looking pretty good. Looking like we're having a little bit of a rounded bottom, which is nice.
You know what that does? Pays the bills, baby.
Absolutely. We got to get above that 200-day moving average. So that's my main thing here. We'll go to the 1 hour. Same idea. We need to get above that 200-day moving average on the 1 hour. So slowly but surely, we're going to have to work our way up there. But that means what's going to happen is, like, you look at these RSIs, they got to come down, reset, oscillate. It's going to oscillate. So price action is going to do like right now it's gonna do this, gonna do this, gonna do this, and it's gonna do this. It's gonna make some sort of pattern to get out. So like it could be something like this, and that's gonna mean the RSI is gonna come and reset and oscillate, right? So we have to wait for it to make some sort of pattern before we just trade. You don't just trade randomly, right? You want to make a pattern, that a bullish pattern on the bigger time frames, and then work your way down to time frames to get the best entry that you can. But yeah, so that might be here, like maybe the 15-minute, right? So here's my model. So the 15-minute on SWE, we crossed the 200-day moving average, and we've come back to the 21. So this is nice if we get continuation here. So we could have a ascending triangle, right? And we'll just go like here, bring it down as many touch points as we can get. And then we could have an ascending triangle, which is nice. If that's the case, then the measured move would be here at $1.57. But we could also have an M pattern, right? And then we kind of looking like we might revisit this liquidity over here. So that's
And
a
you can use
possibility.
that visible volume to kind of help steer where the stops are going to be along the way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So like the point of control is right here. Like this white line is the point of control. So if we do have an M pattern, we'll probably come down to the point of control. If we lose it, then you're going to look at your next support and resistance levels. What I would suggest, like if to make it easier, this helped me a lot when I was learning trading, is on TradingView, you can press Alt H, which makes a horizontal line. Look at every time you have resistance and support, right? And put a line there, right? And then look for the bottoms, the tops, and then just put lines and everywhere that it went. And then you're going to, and price should respect these points. So if we're going to dump, you're going to see it go like this. Does it bounce off here or does it lose it? If it loses it, we're coming down to here. If we lose that, we're coming down to here, and then so on and so forth until you have a move. And then this is where, and you can even pull, this is a little bit more advanced. Like even I'm not like super great at these. I pull them once in a while, but it's a Fibonacci, right? So Fibonacci, usually you want to pull it from the impulse when the move started to the top. So you would go
from that
Alt,
first move to the top. Now, do you go to like the first peak, like the first top, or do you go like to the actual top?
from the lowest point to the highest point.
Okay.
So Alt F, and then Alt F, and then you click, and then you'll drag to the highest point. So if we're gonna have a retracement here, you're looking at maybe a 618. That's a common place to retrace to.
That's called to what? The golden pocket.
A golden pocket, yeah, which would be right around here, and then the 786, which is also very common. So you can even press Alt H now on your 786, your 618, your 382, and your 0.5. Now you can go ahead and get rid of the Fibonacci's, and now you have your support and resistance lines.
Oh.
So that's how you would map it out. If we were to have a retracement, if this does end up being an M pattern, you're gonna come down, and then you're gonna make a neckline right here, and then when you break the neckline, now you're looking at your Fibonacci's for a retracement.
There you go, man. And you can, like the one thing that I love to do and tell people is like those lines that you made. Like if you click on that, like you can set an alert, you can set an alarm so that you get a text message, you get an email, whatever it is. Like you're doing this work and you don't have to keep here sitting looking at these charts, man. Like you get an email and you're like, oh shit, that's right. You go back, and it's at least, it doesn't need to trigger a trade, but what it does is it triggers your attention to come back. So you ain't got to be staring at it.
Absolutely. One of my friends finds trading easy and turned $40 into $500 in one night. Trading for me feels like rolling a dice. Trading is, people say, look, some people will tell you that trading is not gambling, but in my opinion, anything that you don't know the outcome for is gambling. But the difference is having technical analysis. It's like playing poker and knowing one card in everybody's hand. You have a better chance of winning, by learning technical analysis and using trading patterns and indicators to help you along the way. But yeah, trading is all about probabilities. Like I just showed you, I showed you a bullish pattern and a bearish pattern. So you have to be very flexible and not get not be biased. Like if I'm biased a trader, I'm like, we're in a rising wedge. We're gonna break up to the upside, and I'm gonna trade that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna long this, and then you're gonna get blindsided by the M pattern that plays out because we're just gonna dump, right? And you never know. Like so, you have to have that in the back of your mind, and that's why it's really important to let these trades, these patterns fill in and react to the trade when it happens, because anything could happen. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. Even trading patterns that have a higher percent chance of when, for example, a rising wedge, I think we saw was like 63%, but like the other percentage of the time it fails, right?
And it fails hard.
Yeah, and you can even have something like this, and you see this in crypto all the time. It's like you go like this, you go like this. It looks like it's going to break out, comes down, rolls over, and then breaks out, just to stop everybody out, right? So that shit could happen too, right? And that's why we got to have risk management, right? So what you would do in that case, it was you would exit the trade and re-enter when it goes back in, because I've seen this too, where the pattern will get broken, and then it'll come back in the pattern, and then you ignore this, and then just trade the pattern like you did initially.
And just get right back. If you got stopped out, just get right back in.
Yeah. But again, like if you're risking 1% per trade, that's the whole point of having risk management. So you can just, because it is all probabilities, you take stabs at the market, and eventually you'll get that win will wipe out all those other losses because you mitigated your losses through a stop loss.
Right. Okay.
That's the way, like if you look at my P&L and you look at my my trades, if you count the amount of trades I've won versus the amount of trades I lost, I've lost more trades than I've won, but my P&L is in the green because all those trades I lost, I mitigated my loss, and all the wins wiped out like 4 or 5 losses.
Got you. Okay,
that makes sense. That's the secret sauce.
That's the sauce right there. Use a fucking stop loss.
All right, how's my Bitcoin trade doing? Oh no.
I think we're getting smoked.
Oh no. See? Is it gonna happen? Are we gonna just go woo? So my stop loss is right here. So we'll see. We could even, oops, I hate when it does this. When I go to the drawing, I want to bring it back to the cross again. Do we redraw it a wee bit? It's still valid. It's still good. It's still broken. It's still good. It's still good.
Didn't break structure, man. We're still good.
What are you talking about? Looks great.
Yeah, he's just getting that. Pretty soon it's a flat line. Be like, look, we didn't make a new low.
Oh man, you know what we got to add to the show? I got to find out how to get some music playing in the background, so it's got some vibes going. This is like, I'm pretty new to streaming on Restream. I usually do this through OBS. But yeah, like we got to get some music going in the background.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll make some more AI music, and I'll because it won't play through my speakers, I don't think, or through my head, because I have headphones. I don't think it'll play if I play music. It'll only play the music that's uploaded into the stream.
Here we go. I could probably, get a little going.
Oh, we are dumping. Are we gonna lose? So we lost the 1 minute 200-day moving average. But again, the stochastic's at the bottom, so this might come back up. 5 minutes slower. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the trade. I'm gonna let it wiggle.
Let it go. Let it breathe.
Wiggle.
Let that baby breathe.
See, this is my anxiety. See what happens when I get into a trade? I'm so patient to wait for the trade to happen. As soon as I'm in the trade, it's like a disaster.
Yeah.
But it's okay. This is my my other account, so like we're good. It's okay. We're only down $4. No big deal.
Yeah.
All right, chat. What else you guys want to see? If there's any charts. Yo, Luca, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. I really wish you had more bullish sentiment to talk about, though. Hey, man, when you're a trader, you can be bullish all the time because you can make money no matter where the market's going. Honestly, like I like when the market goes down because that means I can buy more. Like I don't know, maybe after all these years, it just finally clicked for me. It's like, because I get excited now that markets are going down and I'm going to have another opportunity to buy, Bitcoin at lower prices, because that's really what's going to make it for me or for anybody to really make a good amount of return. So you got to buy things when they're low, right? So I'm excited. Like, hey, honestly, it was a good bull market if you're in Bitcoin. Altcoins, I'm sorry, but I had a good time. But like, I was exhausted, man. It's a lot of every day in the charts, every day grinding. Like, it's kind of nice to have a little break, build in the bear market. We're doing podcasts, we're doing shows, we're building our network, and we're still hitting the conferences. Like, this is where you want to grow, and
Right.
you have a little bit more time to relax. When it's in a bull market, man, everyone's following this trend and this trend, and like, it's just kind of crazy, right? So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a slowdown, I guess, and you pick and choose
Yeah, and it's good.
what you
And
work
it's like
with.
one of those things where it kind of resets the market, right? And it gets rid of some of the excess and some of the extraction and all the other tactics. So it's good. We see the scammers and scams go way down when tough times come into crypto because there's no liquidity. There's nothing to scam and scheme.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what it's all about, man. It's about stacking those sats, and maybe
Woo!
my solo miner will hit a block. That would be nice. I bought one of those little solo Satoshi miners at the Bitcoin conference in Vegas last year. I've yet to hit a block, but someday we'll get there.
Does it mine a decent amount?
It doesn't mine anything. You're solo mining, so like you're not getting paid unless you win a block. It's a lottery ticket that plays the lottery every 10 minutes.
Oh,
But yeah, it has like 1.2 terahash, like peanuts, but it uses like less energy than a light bulb, so it's not using really anything that you're gonna notice. But hey, you know
what's the
what?
what's the odds of you hitting a block?
Oh my god, let's find out. That's gonna be a funny one. Uh BTC solo mining block. Solo mining percentage? What was that word you use? Not percentage. Probability.
Probability.
It's gonna be funny. So I have 1.2 terahash. So I have a chance in about 16,000 years.
Holy smokes!
We'll make it there. I'll live
Wag
16,000
me.
years. I'm gonna
Wag me.
be uploaded to a robot, my consciousness, and I will finally achieve one block. Yeah, it's not likely to happen, but why the hell not, right? Like, give it a shot.
You
But
know.
you know what? Was it 2 weeks ago? There was a solo Satoshi miner that hit a block. So they have been hitting. I've seen, I think, 3 or 4 this year that have hit a block.
There you
So
go.
this
And you get a
little
full Bitcoin, right? Or
no, you get more. I think the block reward is. I think the last one was 3.12 BTC.
oh, okay.
So your little $300 miner can potentially get you, $300,000 essentially. And
Bitcoin's
that's
gonna be a million. How long do you think it's gonna take for Bitcoin to hit $1 million?
I don't know. A part of me, I wanted to say next cycle that was going to happen. Hey, hi, gays. Is that supposed to be guys? Hey, gays. Hi.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
I think it could happen next cycle if we have that that S curve that we were talking about of adoption. Where everybody gets in the Bitcoin institutions, the rails are built, everybody, the big banks are in, everybody, the institutions have loaded up, and it's all going that way. But I really don't think it's going to happen in 2028. I could see like half a mil. I can see closer to like anywhere between like 380, 400,000. I could see that.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because one thing I noticed, like I used to watch a lot of the big YouTubers and Benjamin Cowan and all these people, and I was watching that Pi Cycle Top Indicator and watching the diminishing returns, and so far they've played out like a lot of like from 2017 we went to 20,000, and then we went to 69,000 in 2021. That was only like a 2.5x or something like that from top to top. And then Bitcoin from 69,000 to 126,000 was only not even a 2x. So that's kind of what I'm a little worried about. If diminishing returns continue from top to top, that means like next cycle 200 something thousand, and that's
Man.
it, right? Because you get, it's hard, everybody says $1 million, like these egregious calls, and you burned me in 2021 with that shit, and I wasn't falling for it this time, and so far I've been right. I would love to, if Bitcoin does make new all-time highs and we go to like 200,000 plus this cycle, then yes, I believe we could
Don't you
probably hit
think?
a million.
Don't you think at some point though there's going to be that crazy supply shock because OTC is going to dry up, and it's these
Mhm.
nation states,
Yeah.
institutions, sovereign wealth funds, the banks, all this stuff like the supply shock's coming, and with that the price shock is going to be absolutely insane, like probably
Yeah.
more than $1 million, and it could happen within the next 2 to 3 years.
I absolutely believe that is a very good this is the problem. I can make a good argument for both. And I do believe that's the case. Like it's never going to be the same forever. That we have, this 4-year cycle, especially when you're considering the average holder. If we're moving to a more institutional holders of Bitcoin, then yeah, we have to have a different behavior of price action because you have a different type of holder that has a very different attitude than retail.
Mhm.
So I don't know what's going to happen. All I can do is try to buy as low as I can and wait for many years. I would love for it to go to a million. God, that would be amazing. But I don't know. Maybe I'm scorned because all these times you hear, Bitcoin's going to this price, and it never really does. But um, I'll tell you one thing. This cycle, I did not listen to that stuff.
Uh-huh.
I sold it the first time it hit 107. I sold a bunch of Bitcoin. I sold some at 119, 126, and and when it went down at 107 again. So like, doing that was the right thing to do in my opinion. Because I got every time I made a new all-time high, I took profits out, and I have yet to be wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, but so far hasn't been different yet. Everyone says it's different this time, and
Not
it
yet.
hasn't yet. The only thing that's been different is altcoins have not really showed up in a real way since unless you call altcoin season November of 2024, because that's when
That was like a baby.
everything was up. Yeah, but that was the highest they ever went in this cycle, right? Like,
Yeah.
Cardano was like what, $1.18. I was like, yeah, because I had like what, 100,000 Cardano. I was so happy, and then it went down to
Hondo
like
went
what?
up to that December. It went up to like 214.
Yeah, even like at when you came down to Toronto for futures, I think Ondo was like around $1, like floating around $1.20. I think we were at one of the clubs, the after parties, and it went up like 14 cents while we're sitting there fucking rocking out the music and having a couple drinks. But yeah, it's that's the weird part. That's the thing that's like got me like, what if we don't have a altcoin season when we go through a traditional bear market and altcoins never really show up? Like, what the hell does that mean for next cycle? What does that mean for altcoins going forward?
I think you got the utility infrastructure. You got to play a role or you're toast. I think I got like a beard hair in my mouth. Oh my god, I'm gonna start gagging if I can't get this thing out.
Oh, but yeah, you're right. We talked about this morning. Is we're gonna have, it has to be stuff that actually like works. I think the market is matured enough where like you can't just launch something. It's like this coin's gonna go to $100,000 or $5 billion market cap. Like it's not. It doesn't work that way. Like
Not anymore.
when it comes to altcoin, like meme coins and stuff like that, the value's in the community. You gotta have a good community. You gotta have a vibrant community. Like look at the Kushlings, right? They launched a NFT platform in a bear market essentially, and it's done very very well because they have a good community. Right, everybody banded together. Everybody, minted out. They minted out really quick because they had a good community, and Keith's a good guy.
Right.
And I've seen other NFTs that have launched, like one of the gaming ones I've done. They had a very good turnout, and again, in a bear market, in a small little game, and they've done pretty well for themselves. But again, good communities, because the value's in the community, right? So that's where that goes with that. This trade is going back up. See, I held it, and we looks like, did we make a little bit of a inverted head and shoulders again? Yeah, a little shoulder, head, shoulder.
Head,
maybe.
shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah, it's going back up. Only down a little bit now.
I'm down 96 cents. Let's go.
Whew, let's go.
That was the fake out. See, fake out before the breakout.
Yeah. Got a shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake. There's actually like a sports podcast I listened to on the way home, and it's like their thing is like, if you're not first, you're last. That's their little like slogan thing.
That's funny. Let's see what other coins would be worth looking at.
Yeah, feed me coins, guys, because
Yeah,
I don't do the altcoins.
Come on, chat. Drop your tickers. Drop your tickers.
Yeah, be careful how you say that. I don't say that too fast.
Drop your knickers. Go drop your pants now.
Snickers. You ever see it? Snickers. And they start removing letters. Right now, the big story. Oh, let me put this on the screen here. Right now, the big story, I think, is whether you can get yield or not. And we're starting the real intensive war with the banks. Everyone thinks we've been fighting. The fight is just, yeah, no, I agree. I don't think they're going to have any choice but to offer yield, because people are always going to go to where they're going to get the money. Always flows to where it's treated best, right? And if DeFi is offering nice yield, people are going to go there. The US isn't like, the US doesn't control all crypto, guys. Like, you can go to another country and get another passport and, invest your money there. Like that. I'm actively getting my Portuguese passport because there's no long-term crypto capital gains, and you better believe my crypto will never touch Canada again. When I get that, like, my business will be in Portugal, like, and the next step after that would be Dubai. Yeah. So, I know whatever they're doing in the US is good because there's such a big market, but like, crypto is not just in
here in the US, in North America.
And I think crypto adoption is probably a lot more adopted in the Asian states, like South Asia.
Oh, yeah.
Like Japan has been using Bitcoin and crypto for decades. Like, I went to Japan in 2018, and there's Bitcoin signs everywhere. They were using it already. They're already used to a digital like currency system there, because they have like it's called a Suica card, and it's like a preloadable card that you can use for the subway, but it can be used at convenience stores, restaurants, everything. You can just use that for everything. So eventually that's just going to be crypto, and we already have the rails for cards for crypto, because I have like in my crypto.com card, my AVAX card. I've been holding AVAX for a while. Hey, shout out to the AVAX community.
What's up? Are we on the arena tonight?
We are on the arena. We are live on the arena. Apparently, there's like a big alpha drop going on. I think they're launching perps on the arena today, so that's why there's a little bit of a hype going on there today. Speaking of AVAX, let's take a look. Let's take a look at AVAX. All right, daily. So I've been tracking AVAX for quite a while, because I was big on the AVAX this year. Great community, got into gaming. A great amount of people in there. So I've had this falling wedge, this channel on the daily. I've been tracking for quite a while, basically since March of 2024, and we're at the bottom of the channel. I was looking for a bounce here. Looked like we had a bounce, and then the market rolled over. Could this be a double bottom? Yes, could be. Like, we could have like a double bottom here, which is nice. Do we have a bullish divergence here? Not really. Not on the daily, at least. Maybe on that monthly, like Bitcoin has. But yeah, so do we bounce off this channel? It's funny. There's one of the I was at a AVAX event in around my area, and I was talking to one of the guys, the community managers there, and I'm like, I showed him this chart, and I'm like, dude, I think at the time we were up here. No, we were somewhere. Where were we? We were like $25. We we're somewhere around here. I told him, I think we're gonna go $12. He's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't know. I don't want to hear that. And it
Sure
took a
shit.
while. It took a couple months, but we did. Went to $12. Mind you, he made a killing. He got that liquidation wick. He bought 100K at $8, and then instantly went up to $21. The guy doubled his money. Like, he did very, very well, very, very quick. So I was literally driving home from work when that happened, and I had a lot of stablecoin on the side. Like, I would have totally taken advantage of that.
That's crazy. Do you think it's going to go down to that level? You think if that's what it's making its way down to?
Could be eventually. Like, again, when you're below the daily 200-day moving average, I'm not bullish. But again, you'll see that in wherever Bitcoin goes. But yeah, it could. Whether it's going to happen, it's going to go to that price eventually. But does it make a new all-time high before it does that?
I think odds are likely that it's going to go down to that $8 level before it makes new all-time high.
Yeah, it's for me, it's the same thing. Same thing we talked about for Bitcoin. We have that right shoulder on the monthly for Bitcoin that brings us up to the daily 200-day moving average, and my theory is we come up, if we do have a rally, we come up to the 200-day moving average on the daily, we get rejected, come back down, bear market starts, and then we're just downtrending for the next year. That's my base case. And if you want to see that, what it looks like on Bitcoin, that is on the weekly. You look at that head and shoulders on the weekly here, it would look like this. You'd see that rally that would go like this, the right shoulder. And if you go back to the daily, you'll probably coincide. Yeah, see, right with that yellow line, which is a 200-day moving average. So we'll probably come up to it and get rejected. If we blow through it, then that's where we got to start thinking about, fuck it, do we have a new all-time high coming loading, right? Like, that's where we got to start asking those questions. But until we get there, I'm still a bear. I'm still of the mind that we're in a bear market. I'm still of the mind that all in all, this is a bear flag that's going to bring us down, the next leg down for Bitcoin, till 65,000, 58,000, whatever. Like, that's still my base case. It looks more likely. I was more hopeful when we were above 94. So if we can get above 94,000 again, then I'll be a little bit happier, but we're not quite there yet. Day by day, guys. Anything can happen. Don't go buying a bunch of coins thinking that we're going to have new all-time highs right now. Have that in the back of your mind. If you're going to buy coins, I'm not telling you what to do. This is obviously not financial advice, but it's have in the back of your mind that is a possibility that can very well happen, and understand the risk that you're taking. If you're going to buy it, as long as you understand the risk that you're taking, go nuts. I hate when people buy stuff and be like, oh, but people said it was going to go up. It's like, you have to understand the risk that you got, man. Like, investing is risky. Like, everything's risky in life, right? But you're going to lose money in investing. There's no way about it. And scared money don't make no money too.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one surefire way to make money, and that's buy. And this is if you're using the fear and greed index, buying the fear and selling the greed, and it's guaranteed you'll make money. Mike Vollmer, what's up? What's up, homie? Saying, what would or could be the catalyst for an all-time high on Bitcoin? Banks offering to retail clients. I mean, they've already said to a couple of the banks here in the U.S. have said to their private wealth clients 4% in Bitcoin. Okay, that domino effect will start to fall. There's a catalyst there with retail coming back as well, and once the banks can offer it on the retail clients.
Yeah,
we just really need the institutions are already in, right? That's already happening. The next phase is again another retail push. So you need the catalyst, the retail catalyst. And okay, so there's that, which is like, okay, a really good thing. There's also we've always said like a kind of the bad catalyst to where, the public aid, instead of waiting for a stimmy check, just download this app and you can get your stimmy aid right now. And then now you've got a lot of people that are forced to get onto the blockchain. And that's I think a not as easy of a solution as kind of at once thought, but
I don't think there's like I don't think there's one single piece of news that's all of a sudden gonna cause the markets to pump up. Like you'll see it in the charts. You'll see it in the smaller time frames first. You'll see it as we move up in the time frames that price will build up. In my opinion, you'll probably see it in the charts first, and then news will come out afterwards saying this, and that. But what could really move the market is maybe an end to the Russia-Ukraine war. That could be pretty big. That's kind of what started the bear market in 2022. That could happen. The tariffs getting what do you call it? I think the court, Supreme Court is looking at deciding whether Trump's tariffs were illegal. If they get rejected and they got to pay back a bunch of reimbursements, I think it was for the tariffs. Maybe they start printing money to do that. Yeah, so that's a case. Like again, money getting injected into the economy is what's really going to cause all assets to go up. So, but we do have this really negative correlation to the S&P 500, like stocks and crypto right now. Like they call it like an alligator claw opening because they've diverged so much. So maybe crypto is just playing catch up to the S&P 500 and and traditional stocks. So and gold and silver, like everything else is having a run, and Bitcoin's kind of staying on the sidelines. So like I said, I have a hard time with it myself because God, like you can make a good case for both, right?
yeah.
Bitcoin
Look at the S&P 500.
Yeah, sure. Because we didn't even have like a blow off top, like, and then on the other hand,
There it is, SPX. You got it.
There it is. Yeah, so we're that's the 15-minute. I'm not really gonna look at the 15-minute for
I was
this.
gonna say, like, what's up with the chart? That's crazy.
So here's the daily. It looks so weird with all the gaps. Again, we're still in an uptrend. We're above the 200-day moving average. We got to keep pulling up that 21 with us. But like again, you're in an uptrend until you're not, right?
Right.
God, that's a crazy uptrend.
That's looks like it's a cliffhanger, man. Like we're just hanging on, ready, and all of a sudden it's just gonna.
It is rounding, right? It definitely is rounding. So we need if you needed to break that structure of the rounding. That's the daily. Again, stochastic low, RSI low on the daily. We in a gap here, so we're kind of right at that point of control, as you can see right here. We're fighting to get back above it. Tweezer bottom here, so we could be doing something like this. I see we had a bottom, tweezer bottom, and then we kind of start a new uptrend. So another little, like that. Could be like that, right? That's the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Same idea. Above the 200-day moving average, which I really like. We just got to get above that 21 and kind of pull it up. As long as we keep pulling that white line, which is the 21-day moving average, as long as we pull it up with us. MACD losing bearish momentum, stochastic low, RSI curving up below the neutral line. Possible, again, a little bit move up coming in. We just had a little correction, right? We just had what was this? A little baby correction here. 2.83% down. So yeah, we could have. I don't see any structure being broken here, so I don't see why the S&P wouldn't
continue to keep doing what it's doing.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't continue to the upside. So my trading group is going off like crazy. So let me see if we see. I got book map here. So liquidation levels at 3.5. So that trade that we have, I have the target at around 93.5, 93.8. So maybe we're more likely to win that trade according to the trading group.
That's gonna let maybe just fake everybody out or just move around a little bit. Let's take a look at the silver chart. I see Vollmer saying let's look at silver.
What is it? XAU?
Is it AUG?
AUG?
No.
No, XAU is gold.
silver ticker is XAG.
XAG.
Yeah.
Oopsies. Here we go. So SPX USD spot. Is that what it is? 92. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Silver on. Let me go to the daily and we'll work our way down. Daily. So here we are kind of far from the 21-day moving average. You see, you guys hear how like we get far, we come back. Get far, we come back. We got to pull it up with us. Like we get really far from the 21-day moving average, we come back to it. Again, same thing here. This could just go sideways. Like doesn't have to dump. It can go sideways until this gets pulled up to it. Yeah. So I'm kind of seeing here a symmetrical or sorry, ascending triangle here. So yeah, so I can see a move to the upside for silver, continuation pattern. And we can see silver go up to $116.
That's an ounce, right? Yeah.
And this is on the daily yet. So very well could happen. But yeah, I don't see silver. I don't see silver
ounces are in a kilo.
In a kilo?
Isn't that what usually those bricks are when you see people like flexing their bricks with the silver?
There's 16 ounces in a pound, and there's 2.2 pounds in a kilo. So what's the math on that?
32.
16 in a pound, right? Times 2.2, 35.2 ounces.
Okay. I'm gonna get a brick. I want to get a brick of silver.
I was looking at Costco was selling them, and then
are they?
They're sold out when silver started ripping. They were just sold out so fast. Because I think like members get a little bit of like a better price.
Interesting.
So yeah, here's.
Do they have it online?
I bet you it's sold out. Someone probably cleaned that shit up. The Costco manager is like, "Yo, I'm retiring." Insider trading.
Oh, that's .uk.com.
What is that? Wow, you should really look at those patterns because it looks like the unicorn farting rainbows patterns. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like trading patterns, but it's just like in technical analysis and charts, just things that repeat over time. And the more you're in the charts, the more you're gonna see it. Like I literally have like a cheat sheet here of all my trading patterns, and I don't know if you guys can really see it because my background, but like I took a trading course, and I follow the thing that I was taught. It's just you gotta do it repetitive. If you really want to like start trading, you want to learn how to trade. Find somewhere. I know there's places where you can go and demo trade, not using real money, and just like play with it. Like look at the chart, try to look at these patterns, familiarize yourself with seeing them, because the more you're in the charts and the more you're watching price action, you're going to notice these charts come up more often, or these patterns come up more often, and you'll know how to trade them by learning how to trade them. And then back test it. Go back in history, look at the chart and backdate it. Say, hey, I see a head and shoulders here. What happened? How did the price break out? Like, what did it do? And then just fill in another one and another one, and then just back test and see what it looks like. And they can see the percentage of times that a head and shoulders breaks to the upside or the downside. You can see when an inverse head and shoulders breaks to the upside, a symmetrical triangle, or a we have here an ascending triangle, right? But yeah, I've been trading for about 1.5 years, but I've been in crypto for 9 years, and I watch a lot of traders. So like it took many years to understand what the hell these things are called. And I'm still learning new patterns. Like everybody has a different name for a different pattern, right? Like a double top pattern, that goes like this, where you have a top and then you kind of go sideways. And you have another top that's like cat ears, right? It looks like a cat.
Yeah. Do you I think one of the biggest questions I think most people get in a lot of this stuff, at least the differentiating between like people looking at their charts, is do you pay attention more to the bodies or the wicks?
Kind of
Like
both. When we're in like a really weird market and it's super choppy, I go with the bodies. But most of the time, I like to go with the wicks just to give myself as much wiggle room as possible. But when I'm setting my stop loss, I'm really looking at the last liquidity lines. Like I'll look to hide my stop loss last time we had resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're in an uptrend, you shouldn't really revisit here. You should be making higher lows. So you shouldn't actually come back down here. In theory, like it obviously could, but in theory, you shouldn't come back there. But it depends what looks the best. What I try to do is I get as much touch points as I can.
Yeah.
To,
That's
to
like at least like 2 touch points is like the minimum, right?
Yeah, like so right here we have the symmetrical triangle and I have 3 bodies touching. So I'm using the body here for the support and resistance for the top. And I'm using the wicks here because the wicks have respected this bottom trend line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 times, right? So that's more likely to be where that bottom line should be. But it can get a little funky, right?
Yeah.
Like I can even put, if I want to use the wicks, I can just do that, right? But I like the more, it's really personal preference. Like it's like this and this is not going to make a huge difference. The idea is we're in a bullish pattern and I see continuation. When we break this line, that's probably when I want to enter my trade. Or I can get in here and ride it up and put my stop loss below here, below this candle. If I don't believe this candle is going to go break the downside, right?
Chuck a Coin wants to know how much money you've made. You've been streaming for over an hour.
I've been streaming for over an hour. I have lost $3.37.
Chuck a Coin. Chuck a Coin calling us out, man.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're trading Bitcoin, and liquidity and volume is low because trading hours are closed for North America. So probably not going to be overly exciting. This trade will probably go into the night, and we'll see what happens when we wake up tomorrow.
And you got a stop loss set in, so if everything goes south, it's going to bail on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. I think it was $11 on this trade. If I get stopped out, I lose $11. No big deal, and we look for another opportunity tomorrow. But today, my trading today during the day, I was let me log out of.
Didn't you?
I did. Let me log out of this account, and I'll log into my main account. Disconnect.
It's a good time for you guys to smash the like button.
Yeah, I believe so, and subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Yeah.
UVDX wallet. That's
Ooh,
the
when
one.
does the Asian market start? That's a really good question. Let's see. Everybody should do this. Like if you got an iPhone, this is what I do. I just load up all different time zones, and especially when you're trading, it's real helpful. So it's 11:30 in the morning in Singapore, so they're kicked off. Dubai at 7:30. Boys about ready to get rolling. It is 3:30 in the morning in London. Chiang Mai, it's 10:30 a.m. So I think the Asian session is in swing.
So my P&L, again, tiny portfolio, 1,400. I got $1,000 in trading credits, but my initial account was 342, and so $442, and I'm at 492. So I made $98 today. Again, small account, small little trades. A lot of my trades are these little $2, $3 trades. Today we did okay, $27 here. For again using big money, or like full porting up portfolio. So it was only 1.83% move, but it was $27, which is like more than 1% of my portfolio. Here we did a smaller trade with more respectable 22% win on Bitcoin today. Again, I did a lot of big moves today because I was trying to win a trading contest, 3% move. But again, using I was a $50,000 position trade on VDEX. Yeah, man, like that's just how I trade, man. Like you'll see my last week was absolutely horrendous, and I have no problem showing my P&L. Like, guys, I'm learning as we go. Like I'm not a professional trader by any means. I am learning, but I am a profitable trader as I'm learning. So cost of learning. But my losses are like $2, $5, $4, but my wins $21. Dollar here, So that $21 probably wiped out most of these losses here, and then I won $6, $47. That's risk management, at work, right? And that's why I always tell risk management, we are dumping. We're down $5 now. Oh my. Go back to Bitcoin.
89.
I'm gonna let it ride, honestly. Like if we don't get the 15-minute, then it is what it is. My stop loss is pretty tight, $11. It's not even like it's 1% of my portfolio.
Sometimes you got to take a risk, and you might see it go down to the where was that level?
The level was right here. That's where I had my stop loss. We're hiding it right about 89,390.
Which is also what the is that the 200 day or the 100 day?
The 50 or the 100-day would be the orange line.
Right.
Sorry, that's the 50. The 100 days here. Let's see where it lines up on the smaller time frames. So it's probably right around the 5-minute 200-day moving average. So if we lose the 5-minute 200-day moving average, that's where my stop loss is.
Looks like it's going to go there, but you never know. It may reverse.
It may go there. Like again, we have low volume, so things are going to happen a lot slower. You're going to have smaller candles. It's not going to be ripping like it did earlier today. Again, we got a lot of trades today. So out of all the money I made today, I'm risking like nothing compared to what I made today, right? So but again, stochastics will oscillate. So we'll see if we continue. Like again, like this still could be something like this, right? Like when we start to lose this, when the line starts to go like get around this angle, then it's a symmetrical triangle more likely. Because if we start to go like here, like let's line it up with that 200-day moving average, right? And then we can redraw it like this, because we have like a symmetrical triangle, right? Which is usually dumps to the downside. Again, like the trade will change, the pattern will change. It's all about probabilities. We don't know where it's going to go. We make our best guess, and we protect our capital as much as we can.
React and adapt.
And if it doesn't work out, no problem. There'll be more opportunities tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I like being above the 200-day moving average, and we're right around that 21. So I'm still hopeful that this trade can make a move to the upside. But again, it might take. This could take another couple hours.
Okay, just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it ride tonight myself.
All right. Well, guys, I gotta head out. It's been a great stream. I hope somebody learned something. If somebody learned one thing today, then that's a win in my books.
That's a win, baby. I agree with you. I know I learned something, so that's good.
But we're not out of the woods yet for this crypto market. Again, even if we do have a rally, just keep that in the back of your mind, that monthly head and shoulders. So trade accordingly, be careful, and manage your risk, please. For the love of God, manage your risk.
Yeah. Hold on. DCA. I've been doing that. I've been DCAing a little bit into, like I said, Bitcoin. So even if it does continue to go down a little bit more, that's fine. I'm in the game. So appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out of here. 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're at the breakfast table. So see you then.
All right. We'll see you for breakfast. Thanks for coming by and chatting in the chat. And we'll see you. What trading courses do you suggest? I joined the Crypto Lifer. That is kind of like my mentor. He's a very, very good crypto trader, Sam Price. So I would recommend joining his course. He has a trading group that I'm in. I pay monthly to be in there. So if you're really serious about trading, I would recommend it. It's a $300 course. Very, very, very well worth it. Because I am not a professional. He's been doing it for over 20 years. So I learned from him, and you can too. That's what I would suggest. But I do a beginner series on my X, so you'll see a beginner series. The patterns and the model that I train is the one that I learned from him. So you do what you got to do. I hope it helps. Take a look at my beginner series, and hopefully it helps you get familiar with the charts. And if not, worst case scenario, come back next week and